There are a lot of people in my house right now, and I feel like every time I film a video, I'm like yelling, so sorry to my family. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you're here today, and I realize that every time I welcome you to my channel, I sound like a news anchor, and I'm sorry about it. I don't know how to fix that. I need to figure out a new intro. So sorry, but I am so glad that you are here, and I hope that you are getting through this last bit of 2020. I know that we're all just kind of like over this year and we really want it to just be done with, but we still got a couple more days, so I hope that you're able to find things to be grateful for during this time and really just like lean into the Lord and, you know, just not be so depressed, because it can be very hard to be happy right now, but I encourage you to just find things to be grateful for. But in today's video, I am also going to be encouraging you to challenge yourself, because as you can see by the title of this video, we are going to be talking about who you are serving, or who is on the throne of your life. Now, the reason I even am making this video is because I am studying the book of Revelation, which is really good. Side note, you should read it because it's awesome. But I actually had like a whole other video planned for this until I read what I read last night, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to speak this to y'all because it really was like, it made me think, and I hope it makes y'all think. So let's just read what I read, and then I'll just kind of, you know, get into it. So this is actually from Revelation chapter 4. It's verses 1 and 2, and this is what it says. After these things I looked, and behold, a door standing open in heaven. And the first voice which I heard was like a trumpet speaking with me, saying, Come up here, and I will show you things which must take place after this. Immediately I was in the Spirit, and behold, a throne set in heaven, and one sat on the throne. So in this moment, John gets another vision from Jesus himself, and we are reading that vision through Revelation. And in this vision, he is literally taken to heaven, and the first thing that he sees in heaven is a throne. But not only does he see a throne, he sees someone sitting on that throne. And now a lot of times, maybe this happens to you, when I read the Bible, I just kind of like skip over things, or I read them and I don't really see like the meaning of them or the significance of it. And this is definitely what happened this time. I just kind of read it and I was like, okay, cool, there's a throne. But then I was reading some commentaries and I was just kind of like, Lord, like help me to understand this. And what I read and like what God revealed is just like amazing, and I want to share it with y'all, because this idea, this picture, this image of a throne is so important. Now, what John was seeing was like heaven in real time, like live and in action. He sees this throne and he sees God on the throne. And it really makes me wonder, in our lives, do we admit that God is on the throne? And if we don't admit, or if we don't live like there is a real God who's on a real throne in heaven, then what is on the throne of our lives? Because a throne signifies power. It signifies sovereignty. It signifies rule and control and reign and authority. And since God himself, the God of the Bible, is on that throne in heaven, that means that he has all the power, all the strength, all the authority, and all the sovereignty. But you know, not everyone believes that, obviously, otherwise everyone would be a Christian, right? But that's obviously not the case. So now, if you ask yourself, if you don't believe in God, if you don't think there is a God who's on the throne, who has the power and who has the authority, then I want to challenge you to ask yourself, what or who is on the throne of your life? Because you see, for us Christians, we acknowledge the fact that God is on the throne. We acknowledge the fact that he is real, that he does have power, that he does have the authority, and that's what we live our lives around. But if you don't believe in God, if you don't believe in the throne and that there is authority and power, then what are you living for? Who is on the throne of your life? Who are you serving? Are you serving yourself? Are you your own kind of God? Are you putting your work as the thing that you're serving? Is it a relationship? Is it a person? Is it a political ideology? I don't know. So I challenge you to ask yourself that, because I feel like it's a question that is so poignant for our lives, and yet we don't really find ourselves kind of asking that. or really digging deep into that. And this is something that has happened for so long, and it kind of just reminds me of the Jews in John when Jesus was talking to them. And I just want to read this to you because this fits into this situation. So Jesus is talking to these Jews and he says to them, "If you abide in my word, you are my disciples indeed, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." And they answered him, saying, "We are Abraham's descendants and have never been in bondage to anyone. How can you say you will be made free?" So the reason I'm bringing that up is because if you don't believe that there is a God, if you don't believe that he is real and on the throne and has authority and say in your life, then what is it that has authority and say in your life? Because these Jews, Jesus was saying, hey, if I tell you these things, if you abide in my word, it will give you truth, and this truth will make you free. And they're like, but we're not even slaves. Like, we're not even in bondage. And so they were blind to the fact that even though they thought they didn't have anyone on the throne of their lives, even though they thought they weren't serving anyone or giving authority to anyone, they really were. Because Jesus continues and he says, "Most assuredly I say to you, whoever commits sin is a slave of sin." So I challenge you, ask yourself, who or what is on the throne of your life? Because whatever it is, that is what you are a slave to. That is what you are going to devote your time and your life to. That is what you are going to worship. And that is what you're going to be living for. So ask yourself, because maybe there's something that is on the throne of your life right now that is not worth living for. Maybe there is something on the throne of your life right now that is going to fail you. And I promise you that if it's not Jesus, if it's not the God of the Bible, then it is going to fail you. So challenge yourself, ask these tough questions. Don't be ignorant. Don't be like the Jews who said, well, I'm not a slave, so what you're saying doesn't apply to me, because the Bible applies to you. This word is true, and whether you believe it or not does not mean that's not true, okay? It's true. So I challenge you, ask yourself this question, and same thing for Christians. Ask yourself, because sometimes we can get distracted and start putting other things in this life on the throne, and it's taking up the rightful place of God. So make sure that the real person who deserves to be on the throne is on the throne in your life, because if not, it's going to be a struggle and it's not going to be good for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed kind of like this concept and this question. I hope you truly do challenge yourself and ask yourself this, because trust me, I'm doing the same. We need to challenge ourselves as people, because if we don't, like, what are you doing? You're just going to take things as they come and just kind of live with a la-di-da kind of life. I don't know. That's not what life really is. So challenge yourself. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you like these videos and you want to see more of them. Then also turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified when a new video comes out, which should hopefully be weekly from now on. I don't know, guys. We'll see. Pray that the Lord helps me to do it, because I want to. And yeah, leave any comments if you want to have a conversation, and I will see you guys next time. Be blessed and adios.